Have you ever been alone in a room and felt a chill, even though the windows were closed? Or heard a creak in the house and wondered if it was just the wind or something more? It's strange, isn't it? And even in our modern world, there are things that leave us puzzled and have no serious explanation. There are stories passed down through generations, tales of mysteries that no one has answers to. And if you've got a fascination for things creepy, gruesome, or just straight up mysterious, then make sure to watch the video till the end, as we're going to talk about the top 8 unexplained mysteries that need serious explanation. But before we get started, if you're new to the Mystery Theory channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos we upload. Alright, let's jump right into these bone-chilling mysteries. Starting with number 8, we have stairs to the unknown in the forest. Picture this, you're on a walk deep in the woods, and out of the blue, there's a staircase. Not attached to a house, not leading to some hidden treehouse, just standing there, reaching up like it's trying to touch the sky. And you know what? Most people claim they bump into this during the night. It all started in 2019 when someone spilled a story on Reddit. At first, many thought it was just another campfire tale or someone trying to get some attention. But then people began to add their own twists, sharing their own eerie encounters. Even national park rangers have reported their stories and experiences with these strange steps to nowhere, including warnings to stay away from these things. What are these things doing in our national forests? What would happen if one were to climb to the top of one of these anomalies? Staircases like this have been spotted as far as 60 kilometers into the jungle, places left unexplored till now. Now, we've all seen stairs, right? In buildings, houses, connecting one floor to another. Some twist and turn, some are grand, are made of marble, and others just have that cozy wooden feel. They have a purpose, getting you from one place to another, maybe even symbolizing a journey or growth. But a staircase in the forest with no beginning or end, it's hard to wrap your head around it. And honestly, it's that very mystery that makes it so captivating. Why are they there? Where do they lead? It's all so unexpected and, well, downright spooky if you ask me. The next mystery we have is time travelers and their evidence. Now, there's a concept that's been sparking imaginations for ages. Can you picture hopping into a machine or portal and just zipping through time or space, meeting your ancestors or checking out what the future holds? Going back and witnessing something historical or seeing something amazing that may happen someday. The big question though, if someone did manage such a feat, how would they prove it to us? Well, there's this wild story from 2018. A guy named Edward made quite a splash when he came forward with a story that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. He says that back in 2004, he got picked for some secret project that zapped him forward in time. And guess how far he went? All the way to the year 5000. But here's where it gets even more mysterious. Edward says he brought back a photo, not of some high-tech metropolis, but of an underwater city, which he swears is Los Angeles. He paints a picture of a future where global warming has submerged our lands and people have adapted by building these incredible floating cities. He snapped a picture of one such city on his futuristic jaunt. Maybe one day we will find out the true science that can prove time travel is actually possible. But until then, here's hoping. Moving forward, the next mystery is about the skinwalker sightings and experiences. Skinwalkers are some of the creepiest and the most mysterious creatures that have been sighted in many places, but they don't have any explanation whatsoever. The Navajo tribe believed that the skinwalkers were shapeshifters who could assume the form of any animal, which allowed them to travel quickly and gave them the ability to hide in plain sight. Some believe they are animals associated with witchcraft, usually include tricksters such as the coyote. However, it may include other creatures, usually those associated with death or bad omens. They might also possess living animals or people and walk around in their bodies. Nowadays, people all over the world have claimed to have encountered them. Videos all over the internet claiming proof of the dangerous, elusive creatures. Tales of mothers hearing their own crying child outside when they know for a fact their child is asleep in the other room. It seems like they're trying to lure you into a trap or something like that. One man even claims of a skinwalker mimicking his own voice from down his hallway. Ooh, scary stuff if you ask me. So if you ever hear someone calling for you from a place in the shadows and it gives you goosebumps, you might think about running the other way. Coming forward to number 5, we have the mysterious drawings in Peru. There are some mysterious drawings in Peru that no one has any explanations for. They are called the Nazca lines, a group of pre-Columbian geoglyphs etched into the soil in the Nazca Desert. There are about 300 figures, including plants and animals. People first really noticed them in the 1930s when planes started flying high enough. These drawings are enormous, with some stretching over 275 meters. They cover a massive area, about 190 square miles. People think the Nazca people who lived a really long time ago made them for religious reasons. But the mysterious part is that these drawings are so huge that from the ground you can't see the whole pictures. So, how did the Nazca people knew what they were drawing? There's this writer Jim Woodman who had an idea. He thought maybe they used some sort of flying object to make these drawings. But here's the catch. Did the Nazca people really know how to fly? That's the mystery no one has solved yet. Next on number 4, we have the mystery ghost ships in Japan. This mystery feels like something straight out of a horror movie. Picture walking on the beach, and suddenly you spot an old, worn-out boat just sitting there, abandoned. But no one's on board. This mysterious scene has played out many times on the shores of Japan. Over the past 5 years, they've found more than 500 of these so-called ghost ships. And it gets even more spine-chilling. Some of these boats aren't completely empty. They carry the remains of people who once sailed on them. There are wild tales about what could be behind this. Could it be ghostly pirates, the undead buccaneers, or sailors who met a tragic fate in a monstrous whirlpool? The truth is, no one really knows. Each time one of these ghost ships appear, the mystery grows deeper. It's like the ocean has endless secrets and is only sharing a few with us, bit by bit. Alright, next we have the mystery of Flight 370. Now, we've all heard about things going missing, right? A sock from the laundry, your favorite pen, or even that slice of cake you were saving for later. But can you imagine an entire airplane with hundreds of passengers just disappearing? That's what's happened with Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 back in 2014. It was on its way from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, and suddenly it was nowhere to be found. And we're talking 239 people on board. Now, as you can guess, the theories around this are wild. Some people think the passengers might have time traveled and ended up in a completely different universe. Others whisper about aliens sneaking in and taking the plane right under our noses. Despite all the searches and top minds trying to figure it out, the plane's fate is still a mystery. Kind of mind-blowing, right? It's like a riddle that no one can solve, and we're left wondering if we will ever get the real story or just more questions. Coming in at number 2, we have the mystery of a woman's head in the woods. You know those moments when you hear a story and you're like, nah, that can't be true. Well, this is one of those. So back in 2014, in a place near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, roughly 10 miles off a rural road, a kid was just walking home, minding his own business, when he found something absolutely chilling, a severed head of a woman. Her mouth was gaped open and her eyes were shut tight. Just the head in the middle of the woods. The creepy part, no one knew who she was. The local people had no idea, and the cops said she looked to be around 50 years of age. Now, if you think finding a head is eerie, it gets weirder. Animals did not move it there, because then it would have traces and wounds, and it sure didn't just fall out of a truck. And here's where things go next level mystery. Some people started talking aliens. Why? Because the cut was so precise, it was something out of a sci-fi movie, way too clean and detailed for normal tools. So who knows, maybe it was aliens, maybe something else entirely. This case is still unsolved to this day, But it's one of those mysteries that just makes your skin crawl and your mind race, wondering about all the what ifs. And finally, at number 1, severed feet in Washington. Imagine you're taking a peaceful walk along the Salish Sea in the Pacific Northwest, just soaking in the beauty of nature. Suddenly, you spot something out of the ordinary, and as you get closer, you realize it's a severed human foot. Believe it or not, this exact scenario has played out multiple times since 2007. Yep, over the years, dozens of detached feet have washed up on these shores. Never a pair of feet, always just one. And the real mystery, most of the time nobody knows who this feet belong to. Every time another foot appears, the whispers start. People wonder if it's a twisted crime or just a string of really unfortunate accidents. And while theories are plenty, no one knows exactly what's going on. And that wraps up today's video here on Mystery Theory. If you're as fascinated as we are, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories. After all, who knows what mystery we will dive into next. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and until next time, keep your curiosity alive.